You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, King. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's America's Best Dance Crew After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's America's Best Dance Crew After Show.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Bing is for doing, and tonight we are doing an America's Best Dance Crew After Show. This is our last one. Last one. I'm Ashley Gray, and joined with me is my lovely co-host,
Nicolette Gaona. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
I'm back.
And today we have very special guest in studio with us, Fanny Pak.
That was exciting.
Ooh, did you hear that applause?
Yes, it was intense.
So we have two of our Fanny Pak members here today. Let our listeners know who you are.
I am Natalie Gilmore from Fanny Pak.
And I am Gerald Espinosa.
Awesome!
More applause!
Welcome, guys.
Let me add.
Welcome. So tonight, guys, we are going to be breaking down our favorite moments of Season 7, America's Best Dance Crew, as well as our least favorite moments from America's Best Dance Crew Season 7.
I hope that doesn't include us.
So our least favorite is you guys going and getting kicked off. That was our least favorite.
So let's start off with our favorite moments, guys.
Oh, geez. I love the Riri
Oh,
episode.
the Rihanna episode.
Yes, those are my favorites. It's because I just love Rihanna in general.
Who doesn't like
We
Rihanna?
We died a
Right?
little bit. They're like, you're doing Rihanna. We were like, okay.
Yes.
This is the one. I mean, we felt that about Britney Spears too.
Right.
But that was first week.
Exactly.
That was easy.
Amazing. So besides Fanny Pak, of course, who was your favorite crew out of everyone this season?
Oh, geez. I really, by the end of the show, really loved it. Was it 8 flavors?
8 flavors.
Yes.
The
I wanted to
babies.
say
The
7, but then I was like,
It was
no,
8
there's
of them,
different
girl.
eight.
It was 8.
Well, and just especially being there at the finale and like just seeing like their passion, and then like the little girl, when she lost her mom, and it was just
Yeah.
That was a really
they're really
hard
strong
scenario.
kids,
Yeah.
They're
And
so
people,
strong.
And people watch the show and they're like, oh, yeah, sob story, but it's
Not
real
even-
life.
it's real life.
It was
Yeah.
real life for all of us. It affected all of us, and we were there for them. They're like our little sisters.
That's what everybody
We
says.
call ourselves the Flava Pack.
Oh,
So,
the Flava Pack.
video coming soon, actually.
Yeah.
We're going to be collaborating with them to do a fun little YouTube concept
Awesome.
throwout. So,
Ooh,
So
we got
look for
some
that.
juice.
Look
we
for
got
that.
some
yeah.
juice.
And I really just had a special place in my heart for them. So,
Totally.
and then I was like, oh, please pick them.
America loved them, of
Yeah.
course.
Mhm. And America loved you guys as
Aw.
well, the Fanny Pak. So who was one of your favorite crews this season?
Ooh, this is hard. I'm going to go ahead and say that I had a top 3, I guess.
I think we all did.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Give them a favorite. Just pick one. And then based on yours, I'll do another. Because
I personally, even though I feel like maybe the fans or America wasn't getting them as much, I personally liked Most Wanted crew.
Yeah.
I really like
Most
them
Wanted,
too.
yeah.
A lot of those dancers I've looked up to
They
since
have a huge fan base in LA.
amazing.
Since
Wow.
I started dancing, I've looked up to some of those dancers, and being in the same competition as them, I was just like blown away. Like, oh my God, my idols are here! All right, let's kick ass.
totally. Amazing dancers. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out for the electrolytes. Like
Yeah.
Electrolytes.
yeah, they were definitely underrated at first, but I think the thing that caught me the most about them was that they function so much as a crew. They represent what it means to be a dance crew. They're like family. Like even behind the scenes,
Completely.
like they're going to dinner and it's not just 2 or 3 of them. It's,
It's
all of them. Yeah.
That's so
So
cute.
they really worked really, really hard for it. They've auditioned, I think this was their 4th
said 4
time.
times, yeah.
Wow.
So they really,
Yeah.
really pushed for it. And yeah, I feel like everyone was deserving of everything. The flavors
agree.
were amazing and they got to top 2. So
Speaking of functioning like a crew, those Step Boys are a riot.
another favorite.
Yes, they are.
Definitely another favorite. Oh my gosh. Those boys were everyone's like favorite uncle.
Uncles.
Yeah.
That's what we
they
call
just
them.
took care of everybody.
Really?
They'd always share their food with us and like
Aw, Step Boy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Step Boy.
Shout out.
Shout out to
Sure.
our Step Boys, my Filipinos. Yeah, you guys don't see what happens backstage, but when we're all at the same hotel, these guys are the ones saying, "Hey, we're gonna have a barbecue in our room.
literally
We have 3
a
rice
grill.
cookers. Let's
Where did they get the
have a
grill
party."
from?
Costco. They went to
they
Costco
didn't.
on their like little break, whatever, bought a
Bought a
grill
grill?
and started just cooking meat for
Crazy.
everybody.
What?
Filipino style, just open
That is
house,
awesome.
open their hotel room doors with like towels propped, and
Oh
anyone and
my
everyone could come in and
gosh.
eat.
It was
They were family. They still are.
That is
family
Love you.
/ college life
Aw,
again, all over
That's
again.
great. Like, so did you guys like do any tricks with each other, like during like when you guys are at the hotel? Because I had friends that were on one of the seasons. They said they had like water
pranks?
gun,
Yeah.
pranks and stuff.
Ooh. We didn't really.
I know Step Boys had to have put
Oh.
some pranks. They're so they're crazy.
I think more of their pranks were public. Like we
Oh.
would just all
Yeah.
be somewhere and one of them would run around and do something crazy, or I don't know. We didn't pull any pranks on each other. If anything, it was more love. Like the flavors
Ooh,
ended up. Oh,
love. Were there any love interest?
I mean,
I mean, not really.
Not
really.
just the 2 girls. They want to know. They want to know.
Tell us all the tea, girl.
We'll go ahead and leave that. Let it blossom on its own. No, but like the flavors put like 1 week we just came home and our doors, all our hotel doors were covered with little posters like "Love you, love flavors," and they did like a little collage, and then randomly we had cookies on our doorstep. Like
Yes,
they were the cutest.
Every week they'd give us little love notes.
So you guys were
That is so
all a
sweet.
family
Yeah.
in sense, even though
It
it was
really-
a competition. You guys were just all.
Oh my
just,
gosh,
yeah.
my favorite
wrote-
note. I don't remember which of the flavors wrote this, but when we got eliminated and we had to go home, the note said, "Keep on dancing. We love you.
It was like farewell at the end with like
have
a
a gr-
yearbook, like
Have a great summer."
signing off.
The girls are the cutest. They're so funny.
So cute.
Oh yeah, no, I posted a Facebook post like shortly after we got eliminated, and I said in the post, I was like, no one will ever know the things that we did together and how it felt.
Yeah.
So as that, like with that, we are that ABDC7 family, and no one can take that away from us. Like no
Yeah.
one will
Yeah.
ever know what we went through, and
Together.
it's an instant bond. It's something you can't take away. So.
sweet.
Because you all have like the same passions. Y'all
Yeah.
are wanting the same things.
Working
and
just as hard. We're in
Yeah.
rehearsals late until 1, 2 in the morning,
Yeah.
and we know that next door is the next crew going just as hard.
Yeah.
So it's like it was nothing but love.
Did you guys get any downtime to like, maybe? I know a lot of people are not from LA. Did they get a chance to explore LA? Oh,
You got really out of that one. You got the downtime.
what was you doing, Jerome?
Downtime. I feel like every second that we had to ourselves was just leave me by myself. I want my time.
Or
Sorry,
I need to
sleeping.
eat.
I need to eat.
Or I need a nap.
Yeah.
Like we didn't get much.
Wait, did you guys all share one room?
Oh no.
Okay.
We were
Oh,
paired.
please, can you
pairs.
imagine?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
pairs.
Can you imagine
I
all
was
those
about
girls
to
in the room?
say. I was like, that's a lot of people. I would really be like, okay, just give me my own time, okay?
Let me go
in
in
my
this
own
corner
space,
over
in this
here.
corner. All right, I'm gonna stare at the wall. Do not look at me. Do not speak to me.
No,
Okay.
it was just it was a lot of hard work, because then right when we got close to, well, when we hit top 5, then they added a group number. And we did top 5 2 weeks in a row because of the week that they kept both crews.
Right.
So 2 group numbers right towards the end of our run was a lot because your hours are split up. And then the hours for the group number are cutting into the hours for your individual time too.
Yeah.
So
prepare, yeah.
it's overtime. You're there. We were there until 2:00 in the morning
Oh,
one
wow.
night for Rihanna week. That was the one.
That's one thing I don't miss. Those
Oh, yeah.
sleepless nights.
Sleepless nights. Well, we couldn't tell when you guys were up there performing.
Right.
We can tell.
Yeah,
that
that
you
real
guys-
good makeup.
Makeup wonders.
Ooh, pack it on,
I mean,
baby.
let's get some
Help me
out.
out.
Right here.
Exactly. You saw what I was doing before the show. I was like, ooh, let me go crap.
That's
y'all.
how I was feeling it. I was like,
Got to be looking cool. So I know another one of my favorite moments was when the Flow Rider actually performed.
yeah.
Even though he was looking like a big Skittle.
Yeah.
But
We weren't on that episode. I don't mean to take
Yeah.
it from you. It was awesome that he was there. We wanted Brittany
We were-
there.
exactly and it's
Yeah.
like where are the other performers? There was only one this
they've
season.
never
it was
done that before, though, bringing actually someone
Really?
there.
I feel like there was one other one.
Yeah.
I don't remember who though.
They usually
yeah.
bring other crews.
Yeah.
Before they bring
or
an
other
artist.
crews, yeah. But the artists, I mean, they would either be on the television or something
Right.
like
They're
that.
just
Yeah, no.
weird that it was episode 2.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Versus
I was
like a finale or the-
exactly.
you know,
I was
opening.
like, okay, so they brought him on. Episode
That's probably
2.
when it worked in his schedule.
I know. I was like, okay,
yeah.
y'all, I gotta be there.
They got him
episode
that week
2.
and that week only.
Yeah.
So
Y'all can only
I
have me
mean-
episode 2.
He had that amazing mic.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
that was a lot, but
Did you guys get to meet him backstage?
we didn't. We actually didn't really get to commingle with episode 2
At all.
until the third
Episode 3.
episode when they brought us all
Oh,
together. So
gotcha.
they split it
wow,
up.
that's weird.
They actually killed 2 birds with one stone, and they filmed us back to back the same day. So they filmed first episode and second episode.
Oh,
So we were
okay.
always working separate for the group number, for the Flow Rider group number, and the Brittany group number. They split us up completely. So yeah,
Oh, you
week
guys
3
lucked
was
out.
when
You got Brittany.
we loved.
Brittany.
That
They
was
knew
the
what they
match.
were doing.
Yeah.
Let's just say they knew what they were doing.
Yes.
It was great. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, got it. Okay.
Awesome. So, what other artists would you guys have wanted to perform to besides the artists that were, broadcast during this season?
I have a personal favorite. Janelle Monáe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She's top of the list.
Totally.
She's just completely inspirational artist for me.
We love her as Fanny Pak. We just did a YouTube little blurb. It's to one of her songs called Sincerely Jane. So
Oh,
if you want to check
wow.
out Fanny Pak TV on YouTube, you can check it out. It's really
Perfect.
awesome. We love her.
Yeah, it's one of our. That's probably our newest video, right?
Yep, that's
Oh
the
yeah, and
newest
then we
one.
also released one the week prior, same week as LMFAO week. I don't know if you guys saw that.
We were sexy and we knew it.
We kind of did this pretend. Oh, we're not on the show anymore, but it's LMFAO week. We
So-
have choreography. Let's.
That's good.
This is our
though.
challenge.
Yeah.
Throw it out.
So another
smart.
one, Fanny Pak TV. Check it out. It's
So,
really great.
you guys would want to perform to her music. Is there anyone that you would want to perform with?
Janelle Monáe.
Stick by it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out my favorite is Justin Timberlake. I wanted how many #1 hits does he have? Hello, we can make 2 ABDC episodes
Yes.
with all the songs that he
Yes.
has. He's a dream artist for me. Backup dance, anything that I could get my hands on, I would love to work with him. He's such a, I know. I mean, I meant that in more ways than one. No, but really, he's done so much with his career. So to go from a boy band and to be able to create such an empire afterwards is kind of unheard of. So in that sense, I look up to him as an artist.
Speaking of boy bands, JC was one of the judges.
We love him.
Yes.
We all wanted to do an episode of just NSYNC.
We said NSYNC
Yeah.
too. That would be fun. So.
Yes, of
That would have been
course.
awesome.
Yeah.
What did you think about the judges? Like, how did you feel about them? I mean, you guys worked with them, like, what? Wait, did you guys have, who was the one judge for you guys the first time you guys were on the show? Was it Omarion? No.
No, we
Was
only
it?
always had those 3 judges.
Oh,
We had
okay.
Dietrich's Mama and JC.
Okay.
I think JC has an amazing perspective based on
I think she's talking about season 2.
Oh, season 2.
Shane Sparks, I think it was.
Was
Shane
it Shane?
Sparks.
That's what I thought. I was like, I know
I'm
it was
sorry.
like early on. Like I didn't know if it was season 1, season 2. Because
Sorry.
that's what I was talking about. How it
Got
was
it.
different. Yeah.
Got it. We, Gerald and I are actually new members. So Gerald and I both were not on season 2.
Okay.
We got brought on for this powerhouse season.
Yes.
Got you.
Season
We
of
were
the Superstars.
we were the
Season of the
reinforcements.
superstar.
How did that happen?
Ooh, I've known Matt Katie. I've lived in LA now for about 6 years. I met him the 3rd week that I lived in LA.
Oh, wow.
I went and took his
wow.
class just on a whim, and like he had just kind of started figuring his stuff out, and we just stayed friends forever. And funny enough, he wanted me to audition with them season 2, and I was trying to form my own girl crew, and we didn't make it past, and they did, and I was like, oh.
Dang.
Okay, well, you need to do that again because I'm on that one. I'm on that
okay.
one.
All right.
We're going to make it
All
onto
right.
season 8.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Yes. No, it was fun. It was just like the show was new, so it was like a big buzz.
Yeah.
on
Exactly.
the city. So it was a big deal, and I think a lot of people were trying to do their own thing without really, the show is America's Best Dance Crew. So I think that's a huge part. I was just with a bunch of my friends, and we were like, let's go audition. And then they went on season 2 and murdered it. So it was so
Yeah.
great to watch them and support them. And then as it, evolved, and he was like, guess what? Guess what?
Yeah.
We're going to audition again. You want to come? I was like,
Yes.
I think I had the same reaction.
so good.
Awesome.
It was awesome. It was really good. Yeah, you're right. Everything happens for a reason.
It
Came
does.
full circle for me, and I love his work. I've been a fan since day one, and he always was like, oh, I'm weird, I'm quirky, no one gets it. And I'm like, yeah, guess what? One day they're going to get it, and it'll be fine. And sure enough, it's all come back around.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
How about you, Gerald?
I mean, similar story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually watched them on season 2. I didn't know any of them. Watched them on season 2.
Were you a fan?
I was totally a fan.
Okay, good.
Come on.
I'm like,
Decided to take the class. This is kind of funny. I thought I had seen Matt Katie's choreography on video, and there was always a bunch of like girls in the front. So I'm like, oh, Matt Katie's a girl.
wait, you thought he was a girl?
Until
Wait a
the day
second.
I took his class. I don't even think
can't.
I don't even think he knows
I can't.
this.
We're going to scratch that. Can
I
we
don't
scratch
even
that
think
from the
he-
record?
I don't even
He's
think
going
he
to watch
knows
this.
that.
What are you-
Whatever, he's got to know.
Just kidding.
He's got it.
He won't care. He'll be like, "Wah."
So I came into a class, he was subbing, and found out he was a guy.
Oh.
But anyway, fell in love with his choreography, his movement. Eventually found my place like in an extended Fanny Pak family. And then
Right.
sure enough, season 7 comes along. He's like, hey, you want to join? I'd be like, like I said before. And that's how that developed. And just so thankful to finally be branded.
Check out the
Crazy.
tattoos.
I noticed it as soon as you guys like started clapping. So I was like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So
It was-
amazing.
People say, "Oh, well, you guys got eliminated. Do you regret getting your tattoo?"
No.
I'm like, never. I mean, that chunk of time in my life was so crazy and influential to everything.
Yeah.
Not just dance-wise, but people-wise, and working as a group, and just learning new things about myself and how I deal with things and how other people deal with things. So I'll never forget it. I was just like,
Yeah, for sure. The
Yeah.
I always
tattoo.
remember.
Yeah, the tattoo is so much more than just being a part of Fanny Pak. you know?
Right.
Totally.
It's about that whole experience and what
Uh-huh.
you went through. Yeah.
and just our
And
mission.
getting up to it.
We stress our mission statement is to just be you and be different and be yourself. So we know that we were kind of not necessarily your typical crew. We weren't b-boys. We weren't trickers. We didn't have those elements of crew. So in that sense, we embraced that and said, you know what? We're still going to do us every week, and just with that, we want that message to spread because we did something that people didn't think we could ever do, or
Right.
some people think we couldn't do. But we brought that, and that's what we continue to stress in all of our things, is we're all so individual.
Inspirational.
Emotional.
It's so
Good job, Natty G.
Sorry.
I was just like,
I was like, keep going.
do it.
We need your book on here.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, you guys,
Who
if you
knows?
guys want any Fanny Pak memorabilia, you can always, if you shop online anyway, go to Amazon.com. Actually, go to AfterBuzzTV.com first, and then click on that Amazon banner, and there you can shop for free. It's no extra cost. It's just a way to help us out. We do supply this content for free, so it Amazon kicks back a little bit to us. So make sure you all do that and get some
Goodies.
ABDC stuff. You can get some Fanny Pak stuff. You know.
That's awesome.
Yes. So back to our favorite moments. I know I loved watching 8 Flavors perform. Like, loved it. But
They're
do you think
amazing.
that some of the songs were a little bit not appropriate for their age?
Yeah, we had those
Birthday
moments
cake.
behind the scenes where you just were like, why would you give them that song?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it makes, I think what it ends up being at the end of the day is it kind of makes for their own good TV. We don't know really what that means because as dancers, we already have a different outlook on what is good TV for us.
True.
But America, in the sense of as a whole, is very different. So, yeah.
So what is good TV for you guys?
I don't know if I have a full answer to that.
I don't watch TV that much. I do VR stuff.
Yeah,
and
I
most of
think
those
just-
are like gaming shows.
Oh, gaming
gamer.
show.
See, we're all very different. We're all very
or
different.
stories about, TV shows about the universe.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've watched some of those.
You
Those
know,
are good.
History Channel and sci-fi and
Just
ancient
some.
aliens.
I love it.
I
Just some.
love that. Oh, okay, sorry. So we can't have a conversation about
No,
this.
we can't. Well,
Okay.
yeah,
You
we
got
can
me
have like
excited.
partial, like we could talk about like the stars,
Oh.
and, like the universe,
Okay.
and how like the black hole.
The black hole.
Wherever it is.
You know, the black hole that exists.
No, I think
Somewhere.
I think nowadays the drama is what gets people. That's what gets
Right.
people talking and buzzing about
Yeah.
the TV show. So it's like that's what they want. They want a
They
little bit of the
do.
controversy, just enough so that people go, ooh, I'm gonna watch next week because maybe
And see
next week there's gonna be a different song that's even better. Blah
Right.
blah blah blah. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
They're talking up, and even if they're talking badly, they're still talking.
Yeah.
They're going, oh, those girls shouldn't have had that song. Let's see what they give them next week. You
Right,
know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
So in that sense, that's what I see. It's just a different perspective as far as being the performer and then being an outsider. So.
Right.
And then on top of that, you notice in the packages, a lot of times it focuses around, oh, so-and-so is not doing so well with this routine or
Right.
having a struggle with this part.
Packages were the little videos that play right
Right.
before we dance
Yes.
on the show. So it's
And they highlight those dramatic scenes.
Yeah.
Just-
Do they ever make up any, or is it kind of?
Oh.
I mean, are we allowed to
get
say?
some juice.
Are we
Are
allowed
we gonna get in trouble?
I think we could.
Yeah, no, there are times where they try and I think what they work with is as we're working through things, they go, oh, okay, they see a little teeny bit, and then they take it and make it something, and make it their
Okay.
own
So they take it
segment.
and run
Yeah.
with it.
So
It's
it's
TV.
there, but it's
Yeah.
definitely, drama.
More
Yeah.
Dramatized.
drawn out and
Yeah.
It makes us
Like
look
I-
bad when we're not really looking that
I
bad.
broke it. Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cute.
And is there an age requirement for ABDC? Because I know
I guess
eight-
not anymore.
I know, because I'm like,
I mean-
eight flavors
right?
they're babies. I'm like, are there going to be like
I know.
5-year-olds on
And
this
this
season
isn't
8?
this isn't anything against because the two kid crews, the RNG and 8 Flavors that were on this season with us were
Amazing.
amazing, mind blowing. However, I do believe that they would get amazing ratings if they had America's Best Junior Crew
A junior division.
So
an entire season of badass kids that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Granted, all those kids could keep up with us, apparently.
Exactly. Yeah.
So-
I mean, just like what Lil Mama said. I mean, I agree that watching 8 Flavors and Electrolytes. I mean, I wanted to see them. I
Yeah.
thought they deserved to be where they were.
Oh, totally.
But I kind of wanted to see 8 Flavors go. I mean, Electrolytes go against Most Wanted because they were like, same age range,
Same division. It's
Exactly.
How do you judge apples and oranges?
Yeah.
It's like,
We
They're
agree.
both really great fruits. I love
right.
them both. But
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That would have
so-
been very clever for them. Like instead, and they could have switched it off every season. It'd be still America's Best Dance Crew, but it's just switching seasons, like the junior and
Yeah, or go
like
ahead.
reality shows, like how they do that.
Can you imagine the
Go balls
junior
out, do back
the
to back.
junior TV show having like their parents perform for the finale or something?
Oh my
Jeez,
god.
they'll have the stage moms like, okay, you're not
I
doing
would
that
laugh
right.
so hard.
That would be clashing with Dance Moms. with
I
the-
know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that show.
That show.
Oh,
Do you guys cover that
About
show too?
that show.
No,
not
Dance
me.
Moms. No, I know we're like, no, we don't.
I feel sorry for some of those girls. I'm like, oh.
Seriously, like,
It's
do you
okay,
think it's
just
like
keep
really
dancing.
that serious? Anyway, I hope not.
Moving on from that.
So another one of my favorite moments is when they brought back the past crews to perform with them during the finale.
Yes.
Who's your favorite past crew
That
from
you
the
would wanna
previous
perform
season?
with.
Fanny Pak.
Oh. We were a past crew. No, these were winners.
I know.
Pick a winner.
Jabberwockies
Jabba.
for sure
Oh,
for me.
yes.
For me, they're heartfelt for me.
They were the originals.
Oh, hell
I'm
yeah.
going to go ahead and throw Beat Freaks in there.
Okay.
We're good friends with most of those girls, and they are so inspirational and so empowering as far as even just being women, me being
Right.
a woman. They
Yeah.
have,
Sick name.
inspired me to be a better woman in that sense. So I look up to them in every way. And I would love.
Cool.
Fanny Pak has collaborated with Beat Freaks. I just
Okay.
wasn't there.
Yeah, we weren't there.
It's okay.
yet.
Darn
It'll
it.
happen again.
It'll happen again.
No,
We
they
were
were
Fanny
awesome.
babies in training.
Yeah,
We were.
I like the when they did the magic with that ball.
Yeah.
Do you
the
remember
Kate-
that?
I think it was Katy. No, Katy Perry was Bats. Shoot, I don't remember what.
I don't know what
episode,
the
but yes,
song it was, but they had
the
that
floating.
and still to this
silver.
day, because I was there actually for that taping,
Cool.
and I didn't.
You don't
see
know how?
anything. No, I was like, how's this even happening
Houdini
right now?
in here.
I know. I was like, still to this day, it blows my mind because I really don't know how they did it.
And that's what makes
Yeah.
great performers and performances. You know, that
Yeah.
element of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
what's
happened?
going on?
Yeah.
That's why it's so
it.
memorable.
Speaking of great performances, I thought IME's performance at the finale
Yes.
was killer.
Yes.
My gosh.
Killer. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Oh
good.
my God.
What? Oh my gosh, I just got a thought. What if like all of the best of ABDC came back and had for season 8, and that was just season 8 was
Return of the
Battle of the
Superstars.
battle.
Like Super Crew, Jabba. Oh.
Battle of the Winners.
And that would be so crazy, so crazy.
That would be.
That'd be intense.
That would be hard to judge.
I was gonna say that they would need some serious time to think about
Yes.
those eliminations. 'cause-
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know Dietrich's came back to
Good
judge. Would you guys ever consider being judges on ABDC?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Why not?
Yes, most
Yeah.
definitely. I think it's a really hard job, so I give credit to all of them that are there because that's a tough panel to be on, and Dietrich's especially. I give him extra props because he's been there.
Yeah.
So his insight and the things that he says sometimes, he says a lot. I feel where you are. Like even he gave it to the electrolytes. I think he was like, I know what you guys are feeling. Like you don't know what we're gonna say. You don't know how we feel about your stuff, but keep doing you, and that's what's gonna carry you. And he's just really, really inspiring and motivational for everybody. He never seems to pick a side, if you
No.
will, even though he has to as part of
Yeah.
his job.
Yeah.
He understands, what we
Yes.
all go through, and that's a perspective on the judges panel that that only he can give.
Yeah.
And it kind of helps you guys out in a way,
Yeah. Totally. Every week we would go back and talk about what did the judges say? How can we use what they said to highlight in our next performance? How can
Right.
we use that and take it to a higher level? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're amazing. We love them all.
Yes, they were. This season was a really, really great season.
It was a roller coaster season.
I bet.
Speaking of roller coasters, let's talk about our least favorite moments of America's Best Dance Crew. Of course, you guys going home was
Aw.
one of my least favorites.
Probably one of mine too.
Yeah.
But I think we left on a good note.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Oh,
The
yeah.
bow.
The bow. Oh my gosh.
Everybody was
Whose idea
like-
was that?
It just happened.
It was weird.
It
We
just
didn't even
felt
talk about it.
It
We
felt
didn't-
in the moment.
Yeah, someone yelled, bow, just a bow.
Really? I didn't even hear that.
Oh, I did.
I heard. And I was like, oh, this guy's.
Guys,
It was very foreshadowing of how we are and who we are. Even JC told us that we were very theatrical and art driven. So to end with a bow was only appropriate.
it was beautiful. You guys ended with a bow and pink gun.
Aww.
It was amazing. I was like,
It was really good.
Yeah.
so awesome, so awesome. And I know you guys were in the bottom, a couple
Four.
of
Plenty of
times.
times.
Not even a couple, girl.
Yeah.
2 couples. 4 of them.
How did
Crazy.
when you guys were in the bottom? When was there one time where you said to yourself, "This might be the night we're going home"?
Oddly enough, I felt that, Rihanna.
Me
I
too.
felt that.
Me too.
And we had talked about it previously. America votes, and then the judges decide who stays. And based on what had been happening weeks prior, there was no real reason for production to keep us another week.
Yeah.
Because the votes were speaking for themselves,
Right.
which in that sense was out of our control.
Yeah.
So we knew that we went up on that stage and we performed every week with whole hearts and passionately with every grain of our bodies, and that's all we could do.
Right.
Yeah.
So even in that moment when I kind of had a little feeling, I just was like, we just did awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
let's go.
Be
Let's go
satisfied
out.
with whatever happens.
Yes, positively and spreading a message.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys definitely did. Do you think that America voted the way they did because Fanny Pak was on previous seasons, or?
I think there's a lot of reasons.
That's hard to say because I feel like the demographic of the show has definitely changed. So maybe
good
even
point.
the people who are voting and watching may be completely different viewers than the people who watch season 2.
Yeah.
Or it could be some of the
Good point.
same. I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
there's probably 100 different factors that played into America's votes and the different reasons why they would or wouldn't vote for us.
I personally feel that the Bollywood week that we did,
Yeah.
what Pitbull
International
week,
Love,
when we
yeah.
did Bollywood, I thought that was like one of our best performances.
Oh, yeah, I
and it
loved
seemed
it.
like a lot of other people liked it. So I figured, okay, well, we're in the bottom again after our great performance.
Yeah.
This is probably it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that
Like, come on,
if that
guys.
wasn't enough, then okay.
I don't know.
That was amazing.
We did our best.
You guys did. You
tried.
guys did. How did you? What were you thinking when they? It was elimination night, and it came down to okay, we're probably going home. What were you thinking? The last elimination.
I don't know what I was thinking. I was just experiencing everything for the first time.
Yeah, I was.
It was the week before when they said both crews were safe, so we honestly had no idea what was going to happen.
Yeah.
There's
what
always surprises with that
curveballs
show.
they were going to throw.
Yep.
So I'm
That
just
was
listening
crazy.
for whatever Mario says.
Yeah, I'm like,
and then it takes me 3 seconds before he realizes, before I realize, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that's what happened.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
It all
I
happens
bet.
so fast. It feels really slow on TV because they like to do all the shots of us being
Right.
like,
Yes.
and it's actually longer because they edit out some
yeah.
of the
It's
crazy
way
rides that
longer.
happen while we wait for the announcement of who's going
Totally.
home and who's eliminated. Yeah.
So but it does, as soon as, the announcement happens, it's so quick. And then in that moment, Mario's already ready to interview us and say, all right, bye guys, here's your highlight. And yeah, for real. And then the highlight video, I think, was what made us all cry because we
Yeah.
just were like, so we were happy. We had it was like our peace week, and that was like, we felt that. And then the reel was just too many things. It was great. So it was more, for me, it was a lot of just good emotion because I said, oh, this was such a
Happy
good ride.
cries.
Yeah,
Happy
this was
cries.
such a good ride. We had a really, really awesome time, and I think we made our point.
You guys did. Definitely made your point. Speaking of, people being eliminated and things like that, what crew did you think deserved to stay that got eliminated? I know for me,
I
most.
know what you're gonna say, and I think a lot of us feel that way. Well, actually,
Who is it?
oh my
ahead,
God, there's
you
so
say
many
yours.
good crews.
Don't say
I
the one
really
that-
loved Funkdation.
Oh, yeah. think
They
that was
impressed.
Dave's
They impressed
favorite.
me with the first 2 routines they did, and
Totally.
I want to see more of what they do.
Yeah.
They
Definitely.
were my pick.
They
as
left
well.
me like thirsty for more.
Yeah.
They would be my wild card. Yeah. They also were very crew functionable. Like they is that a word? Yeah.
We're gonna make it a word
they
today.
functioned as a crew. Sorry, I had to. They functioned as a crew and just were such a little family, and they were from Mexico, so they were always like, speaking Spanish to each other. I speak Spanish too, so I bonded with them in that sense. I just started like chatting it up with a couple of them. I made really good friends with the girls. Like we're still in contact now, and it's just like, they were so awesome, and they brought it. And it just so happened that they got sucked into that week where 2 crews went home. Had it not been that week where 2 crews went home, I feel like they would have stayed one more week at least.
Yeah.
If not more, because they would have had a chance to highlight a little more. Yeah, definitely. So
I was pretty disappointed that Katy Perry didn't make an appearance for the finale. I was like, why? Where is she at? I mean, it's the finale show. I'm like, and she kept appearing on the screen, so I'm like, okay, homegirl about to walk through the screen or something, and she never.
She busy.
She busy.
She
got a lot. She got a lot going on nowadays. But
I just wanted to see some of those colorful wigs go on stage.
Well, she's got that. I don't even know if I'm allowed to really talk about it, but it's a movie, the 3D movie that's coming out. So I think the fact that they put her in the finale was for a reason, because it was like the week before the premiere. So they set that up. Yeah, they might have set that up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of Katy Perry.
Speaking of Katy Perry, for all of our listeners out there, iTunes. Make sure that you rate, comment, and share. We love hearing your comments, good or bad. We'll accept them all. So make sure that you rate, comment, and share all of the AfterBuzz TV shows.
Let us know.
Awesome. So we will be back with more Fanny Pak right after our commercial break.
Yeah.
Commercial.
Hey there, good buddies. The handle's Woolly Bear. I'm a truck driving man, but I'm not that old school kind of truck driving man, no. I like to listen to podcasts while I'm driving through these great United States of ours. And my favorite podcasts in the world are from AfterBuzz TV. And why? Because AfterBuzz TV is like a post-game wrap-up show for all your favorite TV shows, like Jersey Shore, Dancing with the Stars, Mad Men, and a whole truckload more. I like listening to my Gossip Girl podcast, catching up with all my fellow fans and getting all the latest news and gossip. No, I got some strong opinions. And AfterBuzz TV lets me share those opinions with thousands of other listeners. Woo-wee, what a feeling. I used to doze off on those lonely stretches of road. And don't worry, I got the cruise control. But now I'm wide awake and listening to all the AfterBuzz TV goodness. Check them out. Give them a holler. And tell them the old Woolly Bear sent you.
It's so hard because there's so many things, but yeah.
And we're back with the amazing Fanny Pak. Yes.
Again.
Natalie
Round of
and
applause.
Gerald. Now, I know that you said that you recently moved to NoHo. Not recently, but
Oh, no.
you're not.
I've been here 6 years.
6 years.
I'm good.
Oh, you're good.
This is home now, but home originally was Seattle, Washington.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm from the Northwest.
Northwest.
Yeah, it's a big old rain cloud over there. I just lived in some rain for 19 years of my life. I loved it there. However, I've always had this passion. I've danced since I was 5 years old, and I wanted to pursue it. And I had some really awesome mentors. I'm going to shout out Brian Tanaka, who's worked with a lot of people in the business. He was one of my favorite dancers in Seattle, and then he was one of the first to make the move to LA, and then he kind of paved a path for a lot of the dancers in the Seattle scene to be able to understand what it meant to even come out here, because I knew nothing. Like, I didn't know anything about getting an agent or like working or how to get, go get auditions and like the whole thing. So I had some really good mentors, along with Ivan Kumayev, who is one of my best friends and pretty much a family member, but those two have paved a lot for me. And one more, Elmer Pizarro. One more, Elmer Pizarro, who works with BoogieZone.com. He has done so much for the entire dance scene. He has a website that is connecting dancers to other dancers, along with connecting dancers to the industry. And along those paths, I've found my way in.
Awesome.
I feel comfy now.
I didn't know all of that.
You
about
didn't?
No.
Oh, yeah, no. I moved here at 19, which if I had to go back, I would probably have waited maybe a year or two more.
Really?
Maybe. Because I think I just did a lot of growing up by myself. I didn't have my family and stuff out here. Yeah. But not a sob story at all. Just meaning that if I were to give advice, I would say 19 is really young in the sense of a person. Not young in age, but just you have a lot of life lessons to still go through.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I moved out from where I was from when I was 18, right from high school. So I kind of understand what you're saying, but in a way, if it wasn't for that, I feel like...
Oh, yeah, trust me, I don't take it back.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I was like, I don't see myself going to school, so I'd rather just be in reality, like, all right, here we go, you know?
No,
but I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah. No, I would say if that was that would be my advice. However, I don't regret anything that's happened in my life, and I did it all by myself. I look at it now and I'm like, look at you, Nat. You made it.
You made it.
You finally found just a spot for yourself. Yeah, and that's for me personally. I made it. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that to anybody else, but But yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what's your dancing style? Like, what's your favorite style of dance that you love to perform?
Well, I'm trained in many areas. Growing up, all I did was ballet, tap, and jazz.
Oh, wow.
So it was very technique inspired, and everything was by the books. And then 14 and 15, I started hip hop. And hip hop just kind of took everything that I already had and spread it out like PB&J all over. And just, I think I fused so many things that I use all of those. Like, tap helped me with my rhythms. Tap helped me with understanding music and beats and what a snare is and what a bass is and how they correlate and how they interact with each other. And then,
You're strong.
And then ballet was all of the center and the balance and the in-betweens of your body and understanding how to place it. So I think I use all of that. Nowadays, mainstream-wise, if I want to work, it's a lot of hip-hop. I do a lot of hip-hop. So we'll say right now a main style for me is hip-hop, but I still practice pretty much everything to keep myself versatile, which is really important, and fit.
Yeah.
Gotta stay healthy. That healthy, Fanny.
Do you guys teach any classes?
I do. I currently work at Millennium. I know. I'm sorry. You will. You'll get there. We'll get your time. Don't worry. No, sorry. I'm a hog.
No, that's fine.
I teach at Millennium on Saturdays at 4 o'clock. So if you ever want to come by, it's an hour class. It's fun times. It's hip hop. So
Awesome. So can beginners go, or is it more advanced?
It's I would say an intermediate class.
Okay.
I do encourage beginners to just try it. You never know. You might surprise yourself. So in that sense, I also pride myself in feeling as though I'm a good teacher, which means I'm not going to move ahead in the class if I feel like 50% of it is lost.
Okay.
I would rather. She's like, I'm on your way, girl.
I'm in that 50%, all right?
No. But that's my thing is I want it to be fun for everybody, not just me. You know? I want everybody to take something from it. Even if we only learn 2 8 counts. Hey, we learned 2 8 counts and we had a good time doing it.
But you learned something.
But you learned something.
Yeah.
Or you tried something new
Exactly.
that you didn't do before. Exactly.
So how about you, Mr. Gerald?
Where do I get started now after all that? No, I'm personally impressed by both your stories that you moved out right after high school or whatever. Because we're completely opposites.
That's okay.
Our backgrounds. I went to school. Anyway, well, I found out about dance in high school. And it was through culture shock videos and Jabberwocky videos. That's how I fell in love with dance.
Awesome.
And lo and behold, I joined the show choir at my high school, went through that. And then I was like, okay, time to go to college. You know, coming from Santa Cruz Valley, that's kind of what conservativeville, as I would call it. That's what you're
He's a native. That's hard to find sometimes.
LA native, but from the conservative valley, Santa Cruz Valley. You know, go to high school, go to college. So I finished my degree in ethnomusicology at UCLA. I know, what is that word? I still hate saying that word.
The key word was degree.
But throughout college, I could not stay away from dancing. I joined a bunch of community dance teams, collegiate dance teams, and that's how I stayed, in touch with that side. That's how I found out about Dancers on Most Wanted crew. That's how I found out about Jabberwockies and Fanny Pak.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
I am so thankful to have done my collegiate journey of
that's crazy.
studying and then dancing on the
So
side.
that's perfect. Actually, it's kind of crazy that they have similar stories, and that's my story actually. I got into dancing really hardcore in college, in undergrad, and so I joined as many teams as I could, dancing at the football games, dancing
Right.
at basketball games, but I was never trained.
Me neither.
Yeah, so I'm like, look, I can
Collabo.
I do what I can do. So that's amazing. That's really great. So for all you listeners out there, if you're not trained in a specific style of dance, it doesn't mean that you can't make it or you can't. Because look at
Totally.
Gerald and our lovely Fanny, one of our Fannies. So
That's awesome.
I mean, although I'm not trained, I really pride on being able to kind of be a chameleon in dance and just kind of see and be like, well, let me try that.
Yeah.
And it's just about being open to everything.
I'm gonna
Everything.
toot his horn really quick because he is one of the most athletic Fannies that we have. He's
Wow.
very
Toot toot.
he's very that's the only word I can use is athletic. He can flip
you.
himself quick and we try and teach him something and he learns it like that. And then the week we did the guns for Rihanna, we just had no idea. You want us to learn how to flip and toss rifles?
Stress.
People take months in the ROTC
Right.
when they're really learning how to do that. It's months of training, and we had 4 days.
wow.
2 days, really.
Really 2 days because we had a group number that week as well.
And
so,
not real guns to use.
And yeah.
So what
props
did you guys
only.
use? Not real guns. What did you guys use?
At first, the first day, we didn't have anything.
Oh.
And then the second day, we practiced only with them for one rehearsal. And then the last 2 days, we had them. But that was it. And Gerald somehow just decided to figure out how to do that really, I don't know if you guys remember, but in the middle of that number, he does this super high toss
Yes.
where the gun is flipping, parallel to the ground. And it did 2 or 3 and then catches it. And he did all this behind the back.
Right.
And
You're
we were
making it
just
sound
how,
like it.
How do you even know how to
Where
do
did
that?
you learn that, Gerald?
You make it sound like it was incredible.
It was incredible.
That's what I'm saying, though. None of the other Fannies were doing any of that. Let's talk about it.
And then mind you, it's probably all freeze. He's like, all right, I'm gonna come out there. I'm just gonna.
That's what I'm saying. He's,
And it's a wrap.
he's very willing to try things in that
That's
sense, and that's a huge inspiration in that sense. We all just went, okay, you're gonna go across the front doing that thing you just figured out. Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was
fun.
amazing.
Really fun.
Well, have you guys done anything outside of Fanny Pak? Have you guys worked with any artists or anything like that?
I have.
Who's
I
your
have
fave?
2 really fun ones that I love to talk about. My very first gig ever was actually booked me. One of the Beat Freaks booked me.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Lindsay B booked me for Avril Lavigne's tour, and I got to go on the road to Europe with Avril. And granted, she's not a dancer by any means, but her voice live is incredible. So I got to experience that every night for 6 months, and I just was like,
Oh my god.
in heaven. And we got to be we were more like pump up girls. We would punch and march and clap and get the crowd kind of amped up. It was so much fun. 6 months. It was international, so I got to go see the world, and that was a blessing. Just unbelievable.
I have arrived.
No,
that was your moment.
I mean, and I had just turned 21. That was the
Oh,
very first.
wow.
I had spent almost 3 years in LA with
Yeah.
no real. Okay, I got this gig. I feel good about what I'm doing, and that was my whoa, big breath of fresh
That's
air.
amazing.
Yeah, and then the last one is recently last year, end of last year. I worked with Joe Jonas. So yes, girl. Yes.
They like that.
I have nothing but love. I have
either.
nothing but love for him. Not only
Sure you.
I know. That's what everyone loves to talk about is his face. But I will talk about his heart for a second because he is a real human.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't expect that from somebody who came up in so much fame, so young and so
quick.
But his parents are amazing, and he came from a really good family, and he treated us like equals, like he treated us like we were his friends, which now we are, you know?
That's
and
awesome.
we made friends. I got to do a little international promo with him too, and that was for the Fast Life album. So that was a blast. And those, I can say, if those are the only two artist jobs I ever book, I'm happy. That was like the best.
Oh, you got to go on a tour.
Yes, and we got to do, we did a little radio show tour with Joe, so we got to like live on the bus and like to hop city to city.
So fun.
Yeah, I can say in that sense, my life is complete. The only other one I'd love is that Justin Timberlake.
Oh, Justin.
y'all here.
But he's too busy on the
What
big
is-
screen. Who knows
Yeah.
when he's ever coming out?
He
with music.
has to
Come
come back
with
out.
music.
He has to come back out with something.
Bring it back.
The dance community
Bring sexy
loves Justin Timberlake. Like, we need more of his music. Every single one of his tracks, everyone
And then-
uses.
I mean, I'll just go ahead and say him and Chris Brown are the only two that really give me that full performance quality. And yeah, of course, there's things I don't agree with about Chris Brown sometimes.
Of course.
Oh.
But we'll go ahead and say that as a performer, he is awesome.
He's amazing. He's an amazing performer. Amazing.
Music-wise, I'm not mad at Justin Bieber. I'm into Justin Bieber
if
stuff.
Oh, yeah,
I
he's
was
the
your
new-
boyfriend,
he's the new, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how he is as a performer. I haven't seen him
I'm
yet.
a little more old school. I'm kind of creeping on those late 20s, so I gotta stay away from Bieber because no, he's amazing as well. I agree.
I just think a lot of people hate on him. I'm like, this kid is
No,
amazing.
I don't hate on
No
him.
hate.
No hate.
Yeah.
We love you, Bieber.
Yes.
His new stuff's actually really
it just
good.
came out, right?
Yeah.
The boyfriend one is only because I don't follow him either. He's like what 18. I'm like no, thank you. But
Yeah.
the boyfriend track I do like it.
Yeah, we have well, yeah, no?
I don't like that track.
He has better ones, right?
There's another one he came out with.
It's something about love.
Yeah. Love makes me die.
Yeah, anyways.
Fall in my arms or something. Falling in love.
So
Totally, I know that one.
Yeah, that one.
That one I love.
Could Fanny Pak perform to something like that?
Totally. Fanny Pak can perform to anything.
Okay. This is for B-Boy Sly.
Oh.
Because he said that it's hard to perform to songs like Katy Perry. Like you can't do you
Sometimes
can't
I'll-
do hip hop to Katy. No, but he was totally against it. I'm like, no, you can do it if you're a good dancer. You can perform to anything. And he's like, no, I'm a B-boy.
Well, obviously, like he's a b-boy, so b-boys like to listen to like the beat, like they have to have
Yeah.
the good beat. Like
We'll
obviously
say-
they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, the Katy Perry, like you know. But I'm
We'll say
sure
there's-
that
Gerald said,
Oh, sorry. I think there's a lot to discuss in this because stylistically, you would think that certain dance offers to certain kind of music or vice versa, I mean. And I feel like what we do as Fanny Pak, can kind of be considered an alternative and therefore it kind of molds to whatever music that it lends to.
Yeah.
So
And it's
what
a
we're given.
preference too, obviously.
definitely,
You
yeah.
have to feel the music that you're dancing to. That's where the genuineness comes from. So if you don't feel it, don't dance to it.
Yeah.
But
Right.
if you we were challenged every week to dance to a different song on the show. So in that sense, we had to listen to the song, or for that matter, the master mix.
shout out to District 78.
District 78 master mixes were on point for sure. And with that, we had to take it and say, where can we take this? What can we do with it? And sometimes, as an artist, you have to do that. You have to be able to mold because you're working for an artist. You may not love their music, but guess what? They got a paycheck for you. So you have to figure that out. You have to find your own inspiration for what that song means to you or to your group.
And that's
So-
what I find dancers so beautiful because they're able, if you can dance to anything, that just makes you that much more,
Totally.
It's like you're amazing.
Doesn't mean it's easy.
It's not. It definitely is not easy.
I
but
cannot imagine putting a whole routine together to a master mix that is just like the next. It's a totally different beat. I would just be like, oh Lord.
I'm just gonna sit here and look cute.
Yeah, I would just like stand there and I just don't even know. Like I give you guys so many
was
props
stress.
because how would you do that extra little bum bum bum? Like I'd have been like after the bum bum bum. That's when I would have done it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been on point with it. Like
Well, the funny part is that most of the songs you know already, so you get the master mix and you're just listening, and then you're like, there's another part here, and you don't see it coming at all, you know?
How does that even happen?
Yeah, but then we got that Madonna track, which I didn't hear beforehand. I had no idea of that new
know the
track.
single either,
And so I heard the mix, I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
And much to my knowledge, there was like other added beats that I didn't know
so
was
many.
in it.
Do you guys come up with your own choreo?
Matt is our main choreographer.
Matt.
He's our forerunner.
He definitely works all of the nooks and crannies, and then in the process we kind of help him creatively. We'll say, this is kind of where we see things going as like a bigger picture, an idea for the whole piece, and then he'll workshop stuff on us. He'll give us choreography, and then we'll try and move it around, and if it doesn't work for us, we'll say, hey Matt, this doesn't really work, or this feels crazy on my body, can we fix this one arm, or this, so we work as a team for sure, but it's his baby. He is definitely
And
the
Matt
Fanny
is, just to
of
let the
Fanny
listeners know.
Matt Katie is the founder and creator of Fanny Pak.
Yes.
Can you get an applause for that one?
Thank you
There to add to that though, what viewers don't see on the show is that not backstage, but throughout the week, we probably go through myriad of versions of the same routine that eventually finds its way to the performance or to the stage. Rihanna week. Oh wow! Don't even get us started on that one.
We're not going to share too many of the Fanny secrets. However, it is true.
It's a process.
We would go through one, and then we have assistant choreographers on the job as well. We'll go ahead and say Rosero, Scotty, Shonique, and Lisette. Amazing.
Shonique, shout out to Shonique.
Yeah.
Amazing people, and they also have input. They watch it, and they watch it from an outside eye, which is amazing for us because we don't always get to see what it looks like.
Right.
And they give the outside eye, and then they say, okay, we think this, and this, take it or leave it, basically, And then we have a look-see halfway through the week, which means we perform for the producers. And then the producers are people who don't really dance, but they know what their show needs.
Yeah.
And so then they give us input. And so after each one of these little meetings here and there, we find all the wrinkles and iron them out.
So what do you get the final say? What throughout the week?
Sometimes our final number was the night before.
Wow.
Sometimes our final was the night before.
And that's probably the most difficult part about the competition, or as we call
pressure.
it, the beast. Is, finding the balance between satisfying what your artistic values are and then maybe what, producers want or what the world wants to see.
Yeah.
We want to deliver to all audiences, but most especially ourselves. And that's what we really pride ourselves on, is that
it's a little
through and
struggle.
through, we always did something that we really liked.
You guys did, and Fanny Pak has such a unique style. What is the fashion inspiration behind the Fanny Pak?
I'll go ahead and say, back to our mission statement, we each have our own little spice. I'm going to go ahead and blast mine. I'm very Latin. I'm very, I got my bandana going, and, I'm just kind of sassy and spicy, and then we all kind of have our own little character that we know.
I'm kind of the nerdy one.
Aww.
Oh, I should probably button up.
Cover up.
So where did the Fanny Paks actually come into place?
Ooh. It's kind of a funny story. Matt's told us this story is that they auditioned and they didn't really have a name when they auditioned. And production was like, okay, what are you guys going to call yourselves? And what are some of the ones that got thrown out before?
The Distressed Bagel. I think that was one they were really sold on, actually. Distressed Bagel.
One of them before Fanny Pak was Velcro.
Velcro.
That's right.
Velcro.
That would have been interesting.
And then, who knows?
Instant Noodles. That was a very.
Oh no, that was a different crew. And then they dressed 80s inspired for their season 2 audition, and that was their thing. They just did it, and they said, "Oh yeah, let's throw some Fanny Paks on. Those are very 80s."
Yeah.
And then one of the producers was like, "How about Fanny Pak?" And Matt was like, "Bing."
That's it.
That's it.
So how many Fanny Paks do you guys own?
Ooh, collectively, all of us.
I want more.
Yeah.
I have 3 or 4. Probably.
Yeah, we're actually looking for somebody to help us make the Fanny Pak.
Oh.
So anyone out there who wants to collaborate with us and work on that, we're in the process of that. But
You would think that we would already have one.
Yeah,
but
I'm like,
no.
we
the
don't.
process.
We have some that we printed with the logo and the FP. However, we want like the fanny pack
official
fanny.
one.
Legit
So it's on the
one.
way for sure. Be on the lookout
On the
because
lookout.
we've been talking to a few people already. So, but probably collectively at least 100 between all of us.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh
We
my
have-
God.
And I'm sure you
I
guys like
have-
share and like
I have
want
at
that
least
one
10. Yeah.
Okay.
So I know, girls, I know what we would keep in our fanny pack, but Gerald, what do you keep in your fanny
I
pack?
mean, my lip balm and my nail clippers too, right?
You definitely need nail clippers too. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
No, you're good. You're
Oh,
good.
now I'm self-conscious.
no.
No, I meant like
Come on.
I know,
boys need
I'm-
nice nails too is what I
I'm-
meant.
No, exactly. Good guys to keep those
Keep it
nails
together.
nice. Okay.
I'm basic. I'm
Stop.
plain. I keep my
Kidding.
cell phone keys wallet.
There you
No.
go.
And your
Sorry, nails are
fanny.
nice.
Cell phone keys wallets.
So do you
That's
wear
my
a
basic.
fanny pack just to wear one, out?
I brought one today.
Yep,
You
I
brought one
today.
today.
I mean, I could run and get it. It's over there. But you guys know what a fanny pack is.
Yeah.
They're very functional. I'll say that. Not just because I like to wear it for the crew, but like my favorite is when I go to amusement parks. Like if I'm on a long day, that fanny pack will help me out because it's right there. And you don't have to
Yeah.
be carrying something all day long. So gotta love it.
Do you guys have fanny packs?
We don't have a fanny pack.
We're gonna have
well,
to bring
we
some
need to
by.
get some for you.
Yeah.
We will. We will.
Try
Don't
that
worry.
out.
Well, it was amazing speaking with you guys today. Fanny Pack, tell our listeners.
Oh, there's the applause again.
Yes. Let our listeners know where they can find updated news about your crew or, things that you want that's relevant. You want everyone to know about.
We're taking over all social media websites. So that goes anywhere from YouTube, Fanny Pack TV,
Our website is fannypack.com.
Facebook / what is it?
I don't know. Our Twitter is at Fanny Pak. It's FANNYPAK.
So Facebook,
Okay.
Twitter,
Yeah. You can
Instagram.
find them.
Instagram. You guys have
Instagram.
Instagram.
Oh, Instagram
Yes.
is the Fanny Pack because someone took Fanny Pack before we tried to.
What?
Imposters.
Well, the is better.
Yes,
The
the
Imposter.
Yeah,
Fanny Pack.
the Fanny Pack on Instagram.
Awesome.
Yeah, and
And
of
your
course,
guys' Twitters.
our first of all,
okay.
our
Oh, okay.
website is amazing.
Yes. Will Langley.
yeah, Will
Amazing.
Langley, he's our-
Shout out. He made it and it's brilliant. It looks great.
Fannypack.com. Check it out, and we show
already
all our
said that.
updated news. Oh, you did? I'm sorry. There's so many. I lost track.
Get them all out.
I'm at Nat Gilmore. NAT Gilmore like the girls on Twitter and on Facebook.
Gerald _ESP like the whatever that ESPN. Like ESPN without the N.
Awesome.
Thank
You can
you.
find me, Nicolette Gaona, at Nicolette Gaona on Twitter and Instagram, Cincy. So
Awesome. And you can find me, Ashley Gray, at Tweet Nina Marie. That's TWEETNINA. And thank you all for joining us. So
Thank
for
you.
our Season
Thank you.
7 America's Best Dance Crew
Bye. Look at
recap
all these
show.
cameras. These cameras. They're everywhere.
Bye, guys.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.